how are we going to do this? How are we going to get people from clicking on a Facebook ad
Yeah.
to enrolling in a high ticket offer? And what ended up working was having people click on a Facebook ad going into an automated webinar.
Yes.
But even then, it's like, what's the schedule for the automated webinar?
Right.
Like you sign up for the webinar. When is it happening?
Right.
And what ended up working, because that's all I was doing. Like those months I wasn't making any money. I was just spending money on ads, just testing different variations. And what ended up working was a just-in-time webinar where you
Right.
click it and you go to the webinar page. And it's like, oh, the webinar is starting in 15 minutes.
Right.
But man, we used to make people sit there for 15 minutes before the freaking webinar started. And then they would watch a 40-minute webinar and the call to action would happen at about minute 40.
Yeah.
And then they would apply, and then they would book a call. So even with a funnel that's simple, there's still a lot of stuff you have to test. It's like, what is the landing page going to look like? What's the copy going to say? What are you going to say in the automated webinar? Like, so all these different things. But that was when the funnel clicked, and then we saw the calls getting booked into the calendar, and the people were super pre-sold and just enrolled like at a really, really good clip. And that was another thing I had to figure out too, is how the hell do I do this enrollment conversation? I don't know how to do this. Like, right? I mean, I didn't know how to do any of that stuff. So I kind of just had to figure something out.
Figure it out as you go.